Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome back to the Fenton Forest Farm with me, see what he said. As the cockerels have just crowed, it is morning. It is 20 to 7 here on the third day of autumn. It is hopefully going to be a lovely day. We've got a fair few things we need to get done today. But firstly, let's have a look and talk about some of the things I did yesterday off of camera. I have taken and sold some stuff around the place. I sold some liquid fertiliser to the ports. Sold a couple of trailers of liquid fertiliser. I sold some silage to the BGA, which has got me $177,828. As I say, sold a couple of trailer loads of liquid fertiliser. Spent some money, vehicle leasing costs, the big one, and then I bought some slightly new stuff. We did get the potato harvest finished, so the potato harvester has been returned, so that's one less leasing cost to worry about. However, the sugar beet harvester is still sat here giving me quite a headache, because I can't harvest the sugar beets yet, because the field's a bit weird, or at least it was when I last looked yesterday. Is it going to be weird today? Right, we need to get down. We are going to need to plough field 26 after doing the potatoes. We are still harvesting the soybeans on field 22. That has not finished yet. Once we've done field 22, we then need to get up here, do field 17 and 18. Then we need to get a new header that can do the corn on field 1 and the sunflowers on field 23. Sugar beets still haven't tricked over into full harvest mode, so that's going to be a problem. So if we head on down here to our harvester, hopefully still got the course loaded. Makes life a lot easier for me if he has, because he can just carry on from where he was at. He'll drive now, hopefully, the rest of this course. He is starting to get a little bit low on fuel, and he is getting a little bit low on DEF, which is why if I hop out of him and then I go for a little bit of an early morning jog down to the bottom of the field down here, I have now got one of the Fendt tractors with the header trailer, so we can actually refuel him when he needs to be refueled. So yeah, Mr. Header Trailer is over here. It's also going to make it easier for me to transport the header when I need to transport the header up to field 17 and 18. And this is one of the new purchases, by the way. This is one of the new truck dealies that I bought yesterday for doing the crops. You can't really see it too well because it's in the daytime. This truck doesn't have the greatest of lights, I've found. But basically, we've got two trailers. And what I like about this truck, believe it or not, is that it's actually quite low profile, which means you have no problem going under the pipe on a harvester with it. And also, for whatever reason, it works really well on the unload to silo course thingy. When you start him up and you have him running the automatic take to unload, he will empty both bins at the silo, which is fantastic news for me. Now, one of the things I have looked at as well, and I'm going to have to magically teleport over to the animal train station mill, unfortunately. I have tried fixing building over here. See if it'll actually make... Oh! It's working! It's working. I have fixed it. I have fixed it. Right, the second storage tower thingy on here now. This thing is completely redundant, doesn't work. And that one should hopefully now show multiple. Basically what I've done, this mod, the way it was originally set up, it had two inputs. It had canola and it had sunflowers. And you needed both inputs present before this machine would actually do anything. And that was kind of throwing me out for a bit, because the original diesel production mod that I used in my previous Let's Play series, and the one I use currently on County Lines and every other map that I play on, doesn't. It will take canola and it will turn it into diesel if canola is present. As long as there is one item present, it will work. And that machine was bothering the heck out of me, because it was basically making it so I would have to put both materials in to get just one lot of I'd have to put one lot of canola and one lot of sunflower, say 1 litre of canola, 1 litre of sunflower in there to get 1 litre of diesel. And that to me didn't seem right, so I've changed that mod. I have made that mod better. Somewhere around here is my it's probably parked up at the BGA. I might have to have a quick run up to the BGA. I think both my other trucks are parked up here. They are indeed. We've got obviously tanker truck parked here. He was doing digestate runs. I have now set up a course in course play, so this thing can automatically come here, grab any digestate that's in here and deliver it back to the farm. And then also, one of the things I purchased yesterday off camera was this brand new truck. Look at this, look at this. A lovely Scania. Woo! Isn't that nice? With a Wilson Super B on the back for hauling large volumes of crop from farm to farm. Now, the reason that I have gone for a Super B is because I originally bought a different mod, and well, frankly, I had some issues with it. It didn't work properly. However, I will be taking another look at it, because I've now found, well, I've got a download link for it from the actual original mod company, rather than using a dodgy third-person site, and I believe it's probably a little bit more updated than the one I had used originally, which may have fixed the issue. But basically, the problem I had with the mod was I couldn't empty all the compartments of the trailers. So despite having a wonderful, like, little road train type thing, dealie, it had 4 separate compartments in the trailers for carrying 4 different fill types. However, I could only unload 2 of them. So that was proving to be a little bit of a problem for me. Yeah, need to kind of fix that issue. So I'll have a look. I'll probably lease it rather than buy it, because then that way I'm not spending millions of thousands of dollars. I basically transported a lot of the silage that I made in the very early episodes of this series to the old BGA. Park this down here. Like I say, it's probably not something I'm going to use a great deal of unless I'm doing massive transport runs to the farm. But yeah, the original trailer I tried to use was a modded one. It was in here somewhere. It was this thing, the Merit Super B. if it's been properly fixed or not. That's the only issue. Like I say, I will test that out at some point in time to see how we go. Right, so it's the third day of autumn. We're still doing soybeans. What else we could be doing? Probably do some grass. I believe field 8 needs to be mowed. Which could be quite useful. Get some more grass, and then we could turn that into more silage, which we could sell. Very useful. But actually, that's a good plan. Because the silage makes digestate, which obviously makes lots of nice pretty things for us in terms of fertiliser and liquid fertiliser. Although, saying that, the ideal 10T now needs to be unloaded. So this is where we need to grab our new truck. He has kind of stopped in an awkward spot for me, I'm not going to lie. That is a little bit more awkward when he stops there. Also, I had this problem. Yesterday, unloading on this side is very bad. Because he turns and goes straight back into the field, and if you're alongside him, like I was emptying into the rear trailer, he tries to drive through the front truck. And he basically tipped me over. He tipped the truck over. And then I had to get the tractor with the header trailer, because the header trailer was actually parked over yonder. I had to bring the tractor over with the header trailer. Tip me back up the right way, because of course I can't self-right in these little fixed bodied trucks. Now somewhere over here, truck was my mower gone. There it is. We get another 2 unloads out of that harvester before we have to send the truck off on its unload to silo course thing. I haven't bothered trying to set up any more, playing around anymore with course plate or unloading the harvesters automatically into the trucks, because it's just not working properly. So abandoned that idea for the time being. Sticking now to manually unloading the trucks, and then once the truck is full, I send it off on the unload to silo course, and then once it comes back, I can grab it when the grab it from the loading point when the truck needs to be on, when the harvester needs to be unloaded again, and then take it off on its take it to the harvester. Look, 8, didn't I say? Takes a little bit of a moment to have a think. And then obviously we're going to need a baler. Here's our lovely harvester. I'd say he hasn't got too much more to do, thankfully. But man, this field's been a big job. Might let this guy do the baling, as he's sat here doing not a great deal. Using our lovely, lovely Fenton baler. Going to get straw bale. That's the only slightly downside to this. End up with the wrong fill type to start with, but hey ho, we'll do what we do. Now if we get a straw bale come out first, it's not the end of the world. Chuck that in the fermenting plant. Now I do believe the start point for this course is at the top of the field, isn't it? Where it should be. Buttons. Hopefully he should go off and do this course. Pick up straw to start with. Chain. But the good news is, all grass after this point. I don't know why he picks up the what we'll do, we'll stop the guy, back him up a touch. We'll come back once the we'll let the mower finish before we carry on. Main thing was getting that first problematic bale out of the machine. Right, he's still harvesting. Good. Tell you what, let's go grab our tanker trailer. Not need to be sat up here anymore, because there is no more digestate. He has completed his course. So we deliver the next load. And what we'll do is we'll come down and we'll fill up with whatever diesel we've got produced. And we'll look at maybe taking the diesel back to the farm. don't get a prompt to fill with diesel. Not too bad, I suppose. 75,000 litres in there, so it's still going to make a lot, isn't it? What is the price of diesel? Canola is currently $600 for 1,000 litres, whereas diesel is how much? 830. So diesel, oh, 900 in some places. So diesel's actually worth more than the canola at this point in time. Aha, he says. We also, at some point, need to start thinking about getting these greenhouses filled up with some stuff. Might mean buying some manure. Yes, I have. It's parked over here. It's parked around here because what I've done, I've filled up the seed machine. I've now got 129,000 litres of seed. I use my oats from the oat harvest. Make some lovely, lovely seed for me. Alright, let's go buy some manure. I wouldn't usually buy manure, but seeing as I don't have any manure producing animals, and that seasons makes it awkward to get manure anyway because of changes it makes to the animal system, whereby you only get one output type or the other. So if you put straw in your pigs and cows, you will get manure. If you don't put straw, you get slurry, but you can't get both from one animal pen. So it's a bit more awkward, I would say. That cost me £2 for a trailer load of manure. Well, it's not actually that bad, I don't think, in the grand scheme of things. Have a look, like I say, we need to get some water put into these things. Probably should have shoveled this in, the manure. Now snookered. I turn too tight, that's the problem. Trigger? Oh. I had this problem recently on flipping county lines too. Greenhouses are a problem. Greenhouses are a big issue. I think what Stevie potentially has to do, he could do with an update to the greenhouses mod. Stevie, if you're watching, you could do with an update to the greenhouses mod and make that tip trigger a little bit bigger and a little bit higher, because a lot of vehicles don't seem to register it, and I don't really want to make the ground lower. Oh yeah, can't tip that unless I I'd do a force unload. Could be the first time we use our lovely telehandler. We have got a bucket, so what I can actually do, if I'm going to use the telehandler, what is the wool prices at the minute? Spinner is $4.45. Farm wool sales $4.77. So actually, let's get rid of these pallets while we're here. The only reason I don't like the telehandler in the game is because you can't lock the wheels. It's a little bit annoying. Sell the wool. There you go, wool. You're sold. Pallet fork's gone. Let's go grab the bucket. And what we shall do, manually tip us in some manure. Now I could fix those greenhouses myself. I'm going into Giants Editor, opening up the i3D files in the editor and changing the triggers. I've done it on the BGA just to make the BGA a little bit easier. But the trouble is, I think there's about, for however many greenhouses there's that many i3Ds. It's a little bit awkward. It might be. Have a look, I suppose. There might be a way I can save this. Make this so it's possible for me to empty. Tip into there with a vehicle. It's gonna, I will have to terrain deform it. That's the only thing. Because I do believe these take quite a bit of stuff. Let's have a look. Put the help menu on, it does tell you. Thankfully. 65% full of manure. Yeah, it's going to take ages to unload, to fill by bucket. Right, let's have a look. So, 10T needs to be unloaded, which means he is going that way. Right, I'm going to try and fill into the rear trailer. Does mean driving kind of round the front of him. He's not got much more to do though, thankfully. We go up to the top of the field. You can drive course now, son. You can carry on doing the baling. I've finished. Now stop. Fold. Get you back to the farm. Let Mr. Baler carry on doing his bales. I do believe we are getting on okay. Like I say, we've nearly got the soybeans harvested, which is great. That's taken several days to do. It's not ideal. The good thing is we're on day 3. We've still got 6 days to go, so after this one, so you know, we're okay. We're doing okay. Like I say, I do need to get those. So what I would probably think of doing for this area, get the train tool, where that's actually lowered that a little bit. There is a little step. See that? There's a little step down. Those triggers are now floating. See, we'll see in a bit. Unfortunately, I've now lost some of the manure that I purchased. Because I've terrain deformed over the top of it. But we'll see if that makes the difference soon to these triggers. If by lowering the train it now means that when I drive up to it with a trailer, fill into it, that would be fantastic. Obviously these greenhouses would do a great job of making some income. That's actually poured some on the floor, which wasn't helpful. And it's still pouring it on the floor. That is a bit of an issue. I'm not a big fan of that. How full is that? Oh, it's full. Would explain why then. This bucket really doesn't help, being only 2,500 litre capacity, doesn't it? You know, it's a bit on the small side, game. Used to like 25,000 litre buckets when we're playing multiplayer, because obviously it just makes things a lot easier for people to, when they're doing animal stuff, feeding animals, cleaning up after animals. I believe I've got one of the whoa. I don't know if I've got the iconic pack installed on this server or not, on this game or not. Might be worth a look. Would make this job much faster. Buckets for telehandlers. XL bucket mod. 20k capacity would be great. 5k would be double, which would be better. 12k is probably the best option. That's 6 times what, pretty much 6 times what we're doing now. Take that one. We can get that from the store. Before we pick up any manure, let's go get rid of this ridiculously inefficient bucket. Right, let's drop that over here by the workshop because we can sell it. That's right, you're getting sold, bucket, because you're too small. $12k bucket will fill one of the fill a greenhouse. More or less. Oh, I don't know why it is, but notice it on animal pens as well. The fill triggers don't stop anymore when you're tipping from like a bucket into a pen. They don't stop filling when they're full. They just keep going and going, and you end up pouring stuff all over the flipping floor. Quite annoying. Well, what we'll do, because obviously, as I say, we have lowered this quite significantly. A chunk or two. Set the bucket back. It's lowering that ground just a fraction, just a touch. Made it better for us. Fill trigger manure. Steel has reached the end point, which means I can go and unload him. Then we can collect the header trailer. Collect the header, should I say, and then we can start the drive up towards the next fields. Done in the next video. Come on. They look plenty of clearance for the truck under the pipe. You're not going to have problems like when I was using the red trailer back at the farm. I was having some issues with that. And yes, the truck does have covers. If you've been not seen this before. And you can tip right side, left side, or back. Out the back, out the grain doors, and if you can obviously disconnect these trailers, or you can buy multiple of them. Link a load of them together. You can stick another one on the back. However, they are swivelly axle jobbies on that rear trailer, which means they're not the easiest thing in the world to reverse. So trying to actually connect up to a third trailer would be probably an issue. Or it certainly would for me. Some people can reverse these trailers as soft as muck, but not me. I struggle. Get our soybean harvest, which, by the way, I believe has been very, very good to us. Very good to us. Going to have nearly over 800,000 soybeans after our first harvest. Very good. Actually, whilst I'm here, I know this is a bit silly. Whilst I'm actually here and I've got this thing, why don't I refuel my tractor? Might as well use the fuel in the header trailer before we actually return it. Once the harvest is finished. Don't want to be giving the store free diesel, do we? Or if the harvester oh, it can refill. Perfect. It's just a shame that the GPS icons are in the screen. They are a little bit annoying. Let's go drop this bad boy on here. I think that's on. Don't think it'll fall off. However, there's every chance it might. Give it a little bit of a nudge from this side, shall we? Right, back to the farm. We'll grab some def while we're there, because I can't actually see how much is left in this thing. 19.8 litres, so probably about 50% full. Which probably is enough, but to be fair, I've still got 4 fields to harvest, so it's probably worth just refueling this. And the baler is done as well, so I can get them bales picked up, collected. But that's it for today's video, folks, and I'm sorry about the background noise here at the end of the video. There's a garbage truck outside picking up the recycling bins. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you again very soon for the next episode here on Fenton Forest Farm. Goodbye for now.